how we could do that. We could definitely make it so that you could kind of migrate. I think in some cases it would kind of be nice if you could even just like combine your profiles just across wallets, but I don't know if that then causes more issues. So maybe just making it easy to switch your address or something. Yeah, that would be useful.
I wonder if it'd be possible to have multiple addresses associated with one profile. That would be interesting. I see. Go ahead.
Is multi-sig something that is in thought process of that? Does it even make sense?
In terms of
implementing multi-signature wallets with
that's definitely on the roadmap. We're really focused on this Agora DAO implementation first, but very soon after we're gonna start working on a multi-sig integration.
Okay.
Yeah, awesome. One other thing I see here is I wonder how the integration via API whitelist solution will look like. That's something that's on the roadmap as well with an SDK. So you can harness all the functionality that Clarity has built out natively within your own website. So that will be really cool. But yeah, awesome. And then next, I'm just going to keep the meeting going unless anyone wants to chime in a little more. We'll keep it going. So FAQ. So first thing, we got a lot of questions about the referral codes. So like the secret code I sent over email, that was not a referral code. That was the code that you put into the bounty so that when the admins are approving it, they see, okay, this person actually was at the meeting. They know the code. So that wasn't a referral code. So referral codes are not active on Testnet. They work on mainnet. So if you ever have people coming to mainnet and you want to get points for referring people, what they do is in the referral code section, when you create your profile or you create an organization, they can put in your stake address. So when a user puts in your stake address, it adds more points to your account. So you can level up on the leaderboard by referring people in that way. So that's actually really cool. So you really just copy and paste stake addresses. We might be making changes to it in terms of making it more simple. But right now, all user accounts are associated with stake addresses. So if people sign up using your stake address in that referral code, it gives you points. And then Justin, did you know how many points it gives? Is it 50 or 100 or?
I think it's 100. I'll pull that up while you're talking, but just another note on that is the incentive codes that Logan sent out. Those should be used on the mainnet platform. So those are earning you real points on the mainnet platform. All of those incentives are on just regular clarity.vote, go to Clarity, and then go to the leaderboard, and you'll see all those incentives live.
Awesome. And then the next thing that I wanted to chat about was polls versus bounties versus proposals. So when you go to make a governance action, you have three options. You can either make a poll, a bounty, or proposal. So I just want to highlight the differences between them. So poll and bounty, they're kind of very different from a proposal. So a poll and a bounty, they use snapshot governance. So these are like community sentiment tools. So with a poll, how it works is you create a question. It could be a yes or no question. You could have multiple options, but what the admins predefine the options to be voted on. With a bounty, it's the same thing, except the options are not predefined. So what happens is you can crowdsource ideas from the community. So say, hey, we want to donate, 1,000 ADA to a charity, but we don't know which one to do. Where would the community like to do it? So then the community can come in and say, hey, the Red Cross, whatever charity it may be, they can put in ideas, and then the most voted for option can get the donation. And then proposals are when we go into on-chain voting and automatically executing proposals. So this can be a treasury spend, this can be a no effect, this can be an updating governance parameters. Over time, we will continuously add to this library of effects that can be run as a result of a vote passing. So that is the difference between polls, bounties, and proposals. Is there any other questions people had just as they went through it this week? Happy to kind of sit and answer questions for a few minutes here.
Just going basically back to the first point regarding the incentives. How does it work? What is it, the incentive actually? I think we're getting clarity tokens, or what is it?
So you're getting points right now.
Mhm.
And this is to track your participation. And in the
Mhm.
future, you'll be able to redeem these for digital assets.
Okay. Gotcha.
So once we launch, we'll have surprises for you guys.
Yay.
Potentially some merch and stuff too. So we're really figuring out, but we're going to make it worth everyone's while. Go ahead, Jose.
I was wondering if when you're making proposals, we already saw how automated execution proposals for treasury withdrawals work. Could you make proposals that are also automatically executed for things like, I don't know, a parameter change or something?
Yeah.
Like just what other kind of automated execution could you?
Definitely. This is why I actually love Agora, is because anything can be executed after a vote passes. So things that we are working on, like out of the box, what we have is the treasury spend, the updating governance parameters, so actually updating the Agora governance settings. We're also working with a few partners to do like protocol parameter updates, so fee switches for protocols. So if a protocol operates in Agora DAO, the DAO controls the fees on the protocol. So there's a few different decentralized projects that are going to be rolling that out with us. We're also working on, we have a few Catalyst proposals in of different things you can do. So maybe it is staking governance assets. So maybe you have a bunch of ADA in your treasury and you want to stake it to an SPO. We're also working on one where you can swap treasury assets. So say you want to go from ADA to a stablecoin, you're able to create a proposal that if it's passed, it will swap the treasury assets as well. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of different ideas that could happen there. And that's one of our proposals in Fund 11 is actually a hackathon to build out different proposal effects. So if it passes, we'll fly a bunch of developers in and we'll have a good event where people can start building these out and open sourcing them to the community.
Yeah, and then just to add on to that, I just linked in this repository that's hosted by Liquid Labs. So this is basically the open source repository that anybody kind of using this Agora standard can leverage. So that's another cool thing about this is, once one DAO creates a special, Agora effect to run when a proposal passes, that is then put in this Agora effect registry, and anybody else can then kind of use that and customize it to their DAO. So everybody kind of gets this big collective repository of cool things that you can do automatically. So yeah, it's just a cool, almost like DAO-owned DAO tooling in a way.
Awesome.
Cool. Because you said that you should use, or one could use tokens to implement the voting mechanisms and having the power. Do you add a calculator to say, hey, you have, let's say I'm creating the DAO, and I say, what, I think 10,000 tokens might be enough. And then it would be cool if the DAO says, hey, how many users do you expect? Do you expect 10,000 users, or do you expect more? Do you expect less? Here's my little calculation that says with 100,000 users, you might run into a problem when you only have 10,000 tokens.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's definitely some cool tools that could be thought of in terms of giving advice of like, hey, we looked up maybe it's a bot that looks up the distribution of the token on chain, and it says, okay, you have 1,000 holders. If you do this threshold, then it can be controlled by the top 15 wallets or whatever, something like that. But that's definitely a good idea.
I just added to the I wish.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Perfect. All right, I'm gonna keep pushing along here. We are going to do the tutorial of how to actually create an on-chain organization. This will be what you guys do in the next week over the holiday, and we'll go into there. While I am doing this, it takes about 5 minutes to create a DAO. Yeah, that would be cool, Jose. It takes about 5 minutes to create a DAO. So there is kind of another on slide 8 here. If you guys want to put in your DAO ideas, and if you're interested in the DAO idea, you can kind of put your name in there. So we're going to try to start building the groups a little bit, so you guys can have kind of a team to start really messing around with the platform and creating an on-chain organization. So with that, I'm going to come in here. The first thing I want to do is I just want to quickly show the mainnet one. So, and completing incentives real quick, just because there's been a few questions about that. So I'm going to switch my network here to mainnet. Okay. Start from the beginning here. Bear with me when I share screen. My computer definitely goes a bit slower. But yeah, feel free to keep brainstorming DAO ideas in there. Really, obviously, these are not, actually going to be handling funds, but you can, if you have an idea you already want to work on, it'd be a cool time to kind of, meet people that are interested and that type of thing.
Hello, Logan. If I should get what you said now, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, you are suggesting we just like kind of form a group and then create our own DAO or create our own DAO, then maybe create a proposal, bounty, or anyone, and then cast our vote on it, right?
Yeah. So I'll get more into that at the end of the call too, to really lay out what you guys should really try out. So sorry, this is taking long.
Okay, that's cool.
Let's see. Okay, I am finally connected here. So yeah, I'll go into the Clarity DAO here. If I want to complete the incentives, I go to the leaderboard. All right, so as you can see, I'm going to load in here. So these are all the different incentives you can complete to get more and more points and level up on the leaderboard. You can see that people are coming up the leaderboard here. A lot of these people have actually created organizations on the platform, which gave them 5,000 points. So if you do complete all of these kind of incentives, you'll be right up there with everyone else. So working group session 2, this is the one we're in right now. I'm going to give the secret code out to complete this one at the end of this call. So you just come in here, you click complete. And then in this comment box, you'll put in the secret code and then click submit. And then I will get it on our end. We'll see it on the admin and we'll be able to approve it, and you'll keep getting your points. So that's how that is. And then I'm going to do the demo to create the on-chain organization here. Real quick, got to switch back to the preview network. All righty, I think I should be all good. Just going to start from scratch again. Yeah, while I'm doing this, feel free to chime in. We can have conversation. But yeah, I'll send out this recording as well after. I got to download it and stuff, but shouldn't take too long. Maybe a few hours after this call, I'll send it out.
I'm seeing other apps auto connecting. Like if you go, for example, on MinSwap or so, it auto connects to your app. Is this
That should
something-
that should happen for the mainnet one at least. It should happen for testnet too.
okay? Yeah, maybe it didn't because of switching
Yeah.
between the networks. Oh yeah, one thing that is during my sign up process, there's so many wallet connect buttons. I get there's kind of a call to action here, but like it would be. I have a feeling, or maybe I was wrong about this, that at some point I was not sure whether I needed to use a specific one, because I have on the top right, I have the Connect wallet, and then I thought, okay, then there's the other specific DAO Connect wallet button. Maybe there's a difference here. That's obviously it won't be, but that was to me something where I said, okay, is this different now than I'm used to it? Does it make sense what I'm saying?
You lost me a bit, but you should
Okay.
only.
I try again. We have you have on the top right, you have your yes, you have the regular wallet connect button, correct?
Oh.
And then on the left, in the box, you have select a DAO.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So in the beginning, I was not sure which one of the buttons to click. So this could be more unique. Is this one? Like you don't have an actual choice where to
Logan,
click.
if you disconnect your wallet, you'll see what he's talking about.
Yeah. Like too many options, maybe.
They're both the same button.
Yeah.
You'll see if you connect your wallet anywhere on the site, it'll connect it all throughout the site. So there's certain things that you need to connect your wallet to interact with. It will just it'll tell you connect your wallet, and then it'll give you a connect wallet button to.
So yeah,
Which
I
is
can
fine.
I
Which
can
is fine.
push it here, or I can go in here. I'm assuming. And
Which
then
is fine when everything works. It starts to create confusion if something doesn't work. Then you start to click between the connect buttons.
okay.
That's what happened.
So
to
what
me.
wasn't working?
Oh, I had issues with the sign up because I was testing also on Chrome and on Brave, with two different computers, and I had the issue that when I signed up, I got the pop-up with the registration. Then I got the transaction message to verify the ownership. And after I verified, I would receive a verification email, which is then probably being sent too late because I would have to. So I was kind of caught in the loop. It's written down in the Discord. So
Okay.
that's the loop I've been caught up in too.
We'll look into that. But yeah, I know that the confirming your email on testnet is a little weird right now too. I was testing
Well,
it out.
that was back on mainnet.
Oh, okay. It should have worked then. But I wanna do this real quick just so that we able to have this. But all right, so to create a organization, an on-chain organization, first you have to create an off-chain organization, then you'll upgrade it later. So I'm gonna just fill out this information real quick. I'll do the bare minimum here. Click next. We'll say, no, that's good. And then I will add a governance token. One very important thing is make sure you have test clarity in your wallet so that you're able to put it in. It should pop up by itself if it's in your wallet, and then it will automatically fill in the decimal amount. Click add. It's ready to go. Then we'll sign a quick transaction here.
So if you don't, everybody should already have some test clarity if you were able to successfully participate in the working group DAO. If you've not done that already, like Logan said, before you create your organization and before you create your DAO, you'll want to claim some of that. So the easiest way to do that is just to go into the working group and mint governance tokens from there. Then go back to the Explore DAOs page and create your organization.
Yeah,
but all of them need to use this same policy ID, just because that's what this mint governance token button mints, is that policy ID. So just if you use another policy ID, it'll still work, but just other people won't have an easy way to get that token. So it's just easier if all the DAOs use this policy ID, so that way everybody has the governance token and everybody can participate in all the DAOs.
Yep. And then, like we mentioned earlier, the 250 ADA, that's kind of just a temporary thing. We'll be changing the business model. And then one other thing is the snapshot token power. You're always going to have one on the testnet. We're working on getting the chain indexer up for the preview net, but it works on mainnet right now. So once you have your organization created, you're going to click this button that says Launch Agora DAO. Once you click it, you'll be able to put in the policy ID of test clarity. It'll automatically fill in the hex for you for a proposal to execute. I'm going to put in 4. I'm going to say you need 1 to create a proposal, 1 to vote, and then this one, I think you can just put 15 or so. It doesn't really matter, but you don't want to put it at too low of a number, so your stake can have many proposals. And then also here, in terms of draft period, it needs to be at least 15 minutes, so I'm going to make it 20. We'll say the voting period, I'll make it 1 day. And then the locking period, 12 hours, I'll make it 45 minutes. Okay, and then once you do this, these advanced options, I recommend to just leave them. You can look into them and everything. That's all good, but I would recommend to just leave them. And then you're going to submit. Once again, this is going to be a placeholder. And then we're going to get into the fun part, which is actually creating your DAO. So we have this stepper where you can see what transactions you're signing, why they're signing them, what you're doing. And it's going to take about 4 minutes here. This used to take about 20 minutes. So we've done a lot of work to speed up this process. It's been actually pretty fun to see how this has exponentially improved as we figure out different strategies to bootstrap a DAO faster and create the on-chain treasury and all of that stuff.
By the way, it would be pretty cool to see an asset overview in the wallet, so that in that way we would be knowing, okay, what is the voting power that we have in a specific DAO.
Yeah, you're able to see that. I'll show you.
Yeah.
I'll show you that once we do this. So yeah, the DAO's being created right now. It's building the custom scripts, and then there'll be a handful of transactions. The first step here is the one that takes the longest. It's the most kind of heavy-handed, and then in the second step, we've actually were able to chain all the transactions so they pop up a lot faster. But yeah, we're almost done here, guys. Thanks for your patience.
Because right now it would be cool if I just click on the button, and if I click on the button, I just see disconnect your wallet. That's why I would love to see it.
I see. So when you go to the governance tab on the organization, you're able to see how much Agora voting power you have, and then how much snapshot voting power you have. But like I said, on testnet, it's always going to be 1 until we get the preview network indexer up and running, which should be hopefully around the turn of the new year. But yeah, definitely start thinking about, what DAO do you want to create? What types of proposals you can do. I think one thing you can think about is not only can you create proposals and all of that stuff, but you can also start playing around with creating incentives within your DAO. So maybe you want people to follow your Twitter account, or you want to have different, like what we did. We said you get 1,000 points if you write a thread on Clarity, things like that. You can really experiment with how you're able to grow your community and incentivize and track your community involvement within your DAO as well. You can also create polls and bounties, so you don't have to only stick to the on-chain proposals. That is the focus of what we're testing out. But yeah, you really explore the platform and leverage it to get a sense of, when you eventually create a DAO, what you can do. Yep, now the transactions start popping up faster, which is awesome. And yeah, really, just to reiterate, what is going on right now is you're creating an on-chain treasury that's guarded by smart contract rules. So this treasury can only be interacted with through a completely decentralized community vote. And obviously you can have, different setups in terms of, you could have, just 7 governance tokens, like we were talking about, Marcus. Or you could have, a large distribution of governance tokens, depending on, what the project is and what's going on. But yeah, as you can see, once you get to the second step, the transactions start popping up way faster. It used to be like 3 to 5 minutes between each signature, but now it really gets moving quick. So you can also read about what's going on. And it's submitting all of this information to chain so that your organization is created properly. So like in the real world, what you do is you have to, apply with the government to register your entity and have bylaws and all of that. But really what you're doing is you're putting most of that stuff on chain here. So yeah, we're almost done here, and we are about to have a DAO with custom governance rules created.
What is a good amount of governance token you want us to use to not empty your treasury?
I mean, if you have like 10 to 20 in your wallet, I think that's good.
Okay, I had 100 now. Can I return them?
No, you're good. You can keep them. It's just test clarity, so it's no big deal.
No, but I mean, like, if there's none left,
I'll take them from you.
All right. And we should have a created DAO here.
I just wanted to ask Logan, will it be possible to give like a tutorial video on how to create this DAO for us, kind of, I don't know, and for the bounty, the pools, and all of that? Will it be possible? Kind of like a tutorial video on YouTube. You can just launch it on YouTube.
Yeah, so there's actually videos already on the YouTube channel that detail creating a poll, creating a bounty. I think you guys know how to create a proposal. I don't know if I've made that live yet. I'm probably going to have to do that. But then I'll post this video as well of how to create a Agora DAO. But yeah, so now once you have your Agora DAO, you'll see that you have all of your settings. You can see all the different thresholds that we created. And then you can create a stake. You can go to the leaderboard. You can create new governance actions here, poll, bounty, proposal. But yeah, that is kind of the overview that I wanted to give of that. So you now know how to create an on-chain organization, and we'll be excited to have you guys really try it out. So to really wrap up, I think it would be cool if, I'll go through this first. So really, this is the task for this week. I can share this doc as well. So claim T-Clarity. Hopefully people have already done that. Then create an organization on the testnet one, upgrade that organization to an Agora DAO, continue the process of testing out, creating states, creating different types of proposals, whether it's a treasury spin proposal or updating governance parameters. You can create polls and bounties as well. But really, yeah, for this week, you have free reign to create your DAO, start creating incentives, create polls, create proposals, create bounties, and really get your hands wet of how you can leverage the platform to organize your community and incentivize your community to help push your mission forward. And then the next, just to overview the next session. So we'll have the ability for the groups to each give kind of a 2-minute presentation about their experience interacting with the platform and also just what their DAO is all about. It can be fun, it can be creative. Obviously, these are kind of made up DAOs, but maybe you're doing it more seriously and you're actually creating a DAO that you want to create on mainnet in the future. You'll be able to share that as well. And then we will have, in the working group DAO, we will have an on-chain vote to determine which DAO or which group did the best job, whatever that means. So really testing out the platform and creating proposals and utilizing incentives and all that. And then we'll give an extra 2,000 points to the people that win that vote. And then we'll also have a incentive for the individuals who participate in the most DAOs that get created. They'll get 1,000 points each. So just to run through, again, different ideas is you can have no effect proposals, you can have treasury spin proposals, you can create some incentives, you can create polls, bounties, and yeah, really get creative with it. We want to see what you guys do with it. We want you guys to use it, try to break it, give us your feedback, open those tickets up. But yeah, Justin, is there anything else you wanted to add?
No, I mean, yeah, just I think, like Logan said, try to think of what you can do with kind of the no effect proposals, some interesting things to play around with, or maybe creating some working groups to delegate certain tasks, things like that. And then maybe kind of just the easiest way to get people into these groups and working on them is we can just kind of create a sub channel in Discord for each of these DAOs. That way we can kind of join them asynchronously and have a place where you all can kind of communicate. But yeah, I think just try to make the most of the next couple of weeks to be able to experiment with this. And yeah, especially the fact that everybody here is obviously excited about DAOs. So if you have a DAO idea or something that you're interested in pursuing, I think this is a great opportunity to test it out and kind of bounce ideas off of other people who are interested in similar stuff. So yeah, it's a cool opportunity for the next couple of weeks to be around some like-minded people and get some ideas, some legs.
We still can update everything on the DAO, like the description, etc. later. Does this work? Yeah. Cool.
I have a few questions. I don't know. The first task for the week requires us to claim T-Clarity. I don't know, like I only claimed TA that I use in testing. I don't know about that T-Clarity and how to go about it. I don't know if you get what I said.
If you go to the working
I've
group,
not claimed like the T-Clarity, like I don't know. Do you understand me?
yeah, you should be able to mint T-Clarity from the working group governance page. Just say mint governance tokens. And you should be able to just send like 10 to 20 to yourself.
It takes a while until they arrive, so don't worry.
Okay, so
Okay, I'll look into it.
So Chimir, if you look here, you can go to the working group DAO here. And then once you're on this governance tab here, it'll load. Give it a sec. And then you're able to mint tokens. So you'll click this button, put in, 10 to 20. Then you'll say mint governance tokens. Confirm. And then you'll sign a transactions. They'll be sent to your wallet. Yeah, what's up, Luke?
Okay, that's
We
awesome.
sent
Thank you
a-
for the
You're welcome.
Will you send out an email again? If so, as long as we get like a reminder of this, or maybe a link to this video in the email, just to make it, just don't forget. Basically.
I got you. Yeah, I'll upload this to YouTube, and then I'll send you guys the update, and then
Perfect.
I am going to put in the chat here the code for the to get your points. So 1 second, let me sign this, then I'll put that in, and then we will wrap up. And excited to see what you guys do with this. All right, so there's your secret code. And you can put that into the mainnet incentives, and then we will be going through approving those as you guys put that in.
Yep, under working group session number 2.
Yeah, working group session number 2.
Is that 5? Yeah, right. Thank you.
All righty. Well, we're about at the hour mark here. So if there's any other questions, we're happy to stay on. But again, thank you to all of you guys for coming. And I'm going to stop the recording here. And excited to see what DAOs you guys create and how you guys play with the platform.